When Michael Scofield's mission to assassinate the Russian president went terribly wrong, he found himself betrayed and hunted by the very people who sent him. Left alone to face the world's fiercest enemies, Michael barely escaped with his life, but the chase is far from over. In part 1, Michael uncovered lies and betrayal that shook his world. Now, the hunt tightens. With a wounded leg and nowhere to hide, Michael races against time to reveal a dangerous secret that could start a war, but enemies lurk in every shadow, and trust is a deadly risk. Will Michael survive the relentless pursuit? Can he expose the truth before it's too late? The world's most wanted man fights for justice, but this battle will test him like never before. Get ready for more action, suspense, and shocking twists, and so grab your popcorn, sit back, and get ready for one of the most powerful stories you've ever heard. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, turn on the notification bell to support more inspiring stories like this one.
Michael Scofield ran fast through the cold streets of a city he did not know well. Snow fell softly around him. His breath came out in white clouds as he pushed himself harder. His leg hurt badly from a wound he got when he escaped the palace. But he could not stop now. The world was hunting him. Michael had been sent on a secret mission. His job was to kill the Russian president. He did it. But the people who sent him on the mission did not keep their promise to protect him. Instead, they left him alone to take the blame. Now, every country wanted to find him. They called him a traitor and a terrorist. Michael was alone. No one helped him. No one believed his story. He ducked behind a dumpster and looked around. The streets were empty, but he knew danger was everywhere. Soldiers, spies, and police were looking for him. They wanted to catch him before he could find out the truth. Michael's heart pounded. He held the small black drive tightly in his hand. It was his only hope. Inside that drive was secret information, the reason why the mission was a lie. If he could share the truth, maybe he could stop the hunt and clear his name. But first he had to survive. Michael thought about his family, about the people who trusted him before the mission. Could he trust anyone now? Was there a friend left in this world? He shook his head and kept running. Suddenly he heard footsteps behind him. 3 men in black suits were coming fast. Their faces were hard and cold. Michael did not wait. He turned quickly, slipped into a narrow alley, and disappeared into the shadows. He was running from the world. But he was not ready to give up. Michael Scofield knew one thing for sure. He couldn't trust anyone. After being betrayed by the people who sent him on the mission, he had to be careful. One wrong move could mean capture or worse. The cold wind blew through the empty streets as Michael moved quietly. His legs still hurt from the bullet, but pain was a small price to pay for freedom. He had to find answers. He had to find out why they betrayed him. He reached a small cafe tucked away in a narrow side street. It was the kind of place where people whispered secrets and eyes watched from shadows. Michael scanned the room, looking for someone he could trust. He wasn't sure if anyone could help. The secret group behind the mission had agents everywhere. Even friendly faces could be spies. He thought about Eva and Luca, his few allies who had stood by him so far. But what if they were watching too? Suddenly a voice called softly from the corner. "Michael," a woman said, stepping into the light. It was Anna the spy Anton had told him about. She looked tired but determined. "I have information," she said, "but it's dangerous. I know I spoke to you." Michael nodded. "Tell me everything." Anna lowered her voice. "The people who betrayed you are planning something bigger. They want to start a war, and they will stop at nothing." Michael's heart sank. The mission was more than an assassination. It was part of a terrible plan. "We have to stop them," he said. Anna agreed. "But first, we need proof. Solid proof that the world can believe." Michael clenched his fists. Then we keep moving. We find the truth even if the whole world is against us. Outside, the night grew darker, but Michael felt a small spark of hope. Maybe he wasn't alone after all. Michael and Anna left the quiet cafe and slipped into the shadows of the city. The streets were cold and empty, but danger was close. Every sound made Michael's heart race. Anna led Michael to a small, safe house hidden behind a bookstore. The door was old and creaked as they entered. Inside, a single lamp lit the room. A man waited quietly. "This is my contact," Anna whispered. "He used to work with a secret group, but now he wants to help us." The man nodded and handed Michael a folder full of papers. The papers showed secret meetings, names, dates, and locations. It was exactly the proof they needed. Michael looked closely. "This is what we've been searching for. If the world sees this, they will know the truth." Anna frowned. "But getting this to the right people will be hard. The group's reach is everywhere." Michael sat down, rubbing his injured leg. "We'll have to be smart. We can't trust anyone outside this room." The man added, "There is a journalist in London who is willing to help, but traveling there is dangerous." Michael stood up. "Then that's our next step. We move fast and stay hidden." Anna nodded. "We can't lose time. If they find this proof first, it will be gone forever." Michael looked at the papers again, then at Anna and the contact. "We're running out of time," he said. "But we will not give up." Outside, the city lights flickered. The cold wind whispered through the empty streets. The fight for truth had only just begun. Michael, Anna, and their contact stayed in the safe house, planning their next move. The papers were proof of the secret group's plans, but getting them to the right people would be the hardest part. "We need new identities," Anna said. "We can't travel as ourselves. They'll catch us immediately." Michael nodded. "We need fake passports and new faces." Their contact smiled. "I know someone who can help us. It won't be cheap, but it's our best chance." The days passed quickly as they prepared. Michael's leg still hurt, but he didn't complain. Every moment counted. One night, the contact brought new passports. Michael looked at his new photo someone he didn't know. "It feels strange," Michael said, "but necessary." Anna packed their bags carefully. "We leave tonight. We must catch the train to the coast. From there, we'll find a boat to England." Michael took a deep breath. "This journey will be dangerous, but it's our only way." They moved silently through the dark streets, avoiding cameras and checkpoints. Every shadow looked like a threat. At the train station, Michael felt the weight of the mission on his shoulders. They bought their tickets with fake names and hurried to the platform. As the train arrived, Michael whispered, "No mistakes now." The journey began. Michael looked out the window, thinking about the long road ahead. The secret group was powerful, but they had proof. They had to survive. The chase was not over. It was only just beginning. The train rumbled through the dark night as Michael, Anna, and their contact sat quietly in their small compartment. The soft hum of the wheels on the tracks was the only sound. Outside, the countryside blurred past in shadows. Michael looked at Anna and whispered, "We're not safe yet. They could be watching us." Anna nodded. "They have spies everywhere. We must stay alert." Their contact checked the papers again. "If they find these, we're finished." Michael reached into his jacket and touched the black drive hidden inside. It held the secret files, proof that could stop the secret group's plan. Suddenly, the train slowed. The lights flickered. Over the speaker, a voice announced, "Security check at the next station." Michael's heart raced. "Stay calm," Anna said. "Act natural." At the next stop, guards in dark uniforms boarded the train. They walked through the cars, checking tickets and looking closely at the passengers. Michael kept his head down. He tried not to breathe too loudly. The guards stopped near their compartment. One of them looked directly at Michael. Michael's hand tightened around the black drive, but the guard moved on without noticing anything. When the guards left, Anna sighed quietly. "That was too close," she said. The train started moving again, faster this time. Michael looked out the window. The dark forest passed by like a blur. "We have to reach the coast without being caught," Michael said. Anna smiled slightly. "Then we better be ready for anything." Michael's leg ached, but he ignored the pain. The mission was too important. Outside, the night was quiet, but the danger was far from over. Michael sat quietly in the corner of the train compartment. The rhythmic sound of the wheels on the track was almost soothing, but his mind was full of worries. His leg throbbed from the injury he had barely tended to, but he pushed the pain aside. There was no time to be weak. Anna and their contact were speaking in low voices, planning their next steps. Michael listened carefully. Every detail was important if they wanted to stay one step ahead of their enemies. "Once we reach the coast," Anna said, "we'll have to find a boat that will take us to England. But the journey won't be easy. The secret group has spies everywhere, at ports, airports, and even on the water." Michael nodded. "They want to stop us. But we have the truth." He looked down at the black drive in his pocket. The files inside could change everything. They could stop a war before it even started. But Michael knew the fight was far from over. His thoughts drifted back to the day he was betrayed, how the people he trusted disappeared and left him to face the world alone. The pain of betrayal burned inside him, sharper than any wound. He thought about Eva and Luca, his few friends who had tried to help him. Were they still alive? Could they be trusted? Suddenly, a noise outside the train made Michael tense. He peeked through the small window. A car was following the train from a distance. "They found us," Michael whispered. Anna looked worried but calm. "We must be ready. This chase isn't over." Michael took a deep breath and prepared himself. He was running from the past, but also toward the future where the truth would come out. The night was dark and full of shadows, but Michael's determination burned bright. The car behind the train moved faster, its headlights cutting through the dark night like sharp knives. Michael's heart pounded in his chest. He knew they were close. The secret group was not going to give up easily. Anna and the contact looked out the window, their faces tense. "We have to lose them," Anna said quietly. "But the train is our only chance to get to the coast." Michael clenched his fists. "We have to be smart. They will try anything to stop us." The train started to slow as it approached a small station. Michael knew this was a dangerous moment. Every stop was a chance for their enemies to catch them. The guards had already done one check. What if another team was waiting? Anna's voice was calm but firm. "Stay alert. No mistakes." As the train pulled into the station, Michael's eyes scanned the platform. It was quiet, but he felt the tension in the air. Suddenly, two men in dark coats appeared near the platform's edge. They looked like ordinary travelers, but Michael's instincts told him otherwise. He turned to Anna. "They're waiting for us." Anna nodded. "Get ready." The train stopped, and the doors hissed open. Michael's mind raced. They had to act fast. He grabbed Anna's arm. "We can't go out there." But the doors were already opening fully. The two men started to move toward their car. Michael took a deep breath. "We have no choice." As they stepped out onto the platform, a sudden noise echoed, a whistle from the dark. The chase was on again. Michael ran toward the shadows with Anna and the contact close behind. The secret group's hunters had found them. But Michael was not giving up. He ran harder than ever before. Michael, Anna, and their contact dashed from the platform, disappearing quickly into the maze of narrow alleys behind the train station. The cold night air burned Michael's lungs as he pushed himself to run faster despite the pain in his leg. Behind them, the footsteps of the hunters grew louder. The men in dark coats were closing in. Michael glanced back and saw their pursuers gaining on them. He turned sharply into a small doorway and gestured for Anna and the contact to follow. Inside the building was dark and dusty, filled with old crates and broken furniture. Michael took a moment to catch his breath. "We can't stay here long," Anna whispered. "They'll search every corner." Michael nodded. "We need a plan." He looked at the papers in the contact's hands. "This proof is our only hope. If we lose it, everything is lost." Suddenly a soft noise came from upstairs, a door creaking open. Michael's heart jumped. "Someone's here." Anna raised a finger to her lips. Quiet. They moved slowly toward the stairs, trying to stay silent. At the top, a figure appeared. A woman, eyes wide with surprise. "Who are you?" she asked in a low voice. Michael stepped forward. "We're running from people who want to kill us. We have proof that could stop a war." The woman looked uncertain, but then nodded slowly. "My name is Clara. I help those who need to disappear." Michael felt a flicker of hope. "Can you help us?" Clara smiled faintly. "I know safe places, but it will cost you." Michael looked at Anna and the contact. They knew they had no choice. "We'll pay," Michael said firmly. "Anything." Clara led them down a hidden staircase to a secret door. Outside, the city was quiet again, but the danger was still close. Michael knew their fight was far from over, but with help, maybe they could survive. Michael, Anna, and their contact followed Clara through winding streets and quiet alleys. The city seemed peaceful at night, but Michael knew danger was never far behind. Every shadow could hide an enemy. Clara led them to a small, hidden safe house. It was simple, with old furniture and a tiny kitchen, but it was safe for now. Inside, Clara locked the door behind them. "You can rest here," she said, "but be ready to move quickly. They're still searching for you." Michael sank into a chair, feeling the exhaustion in his legs. His legs still hurt badly, but he tried not to think about it. Anna looked around nervously. "How did you find this place?" Clara smiled. "I have my ways. I help people like you disappear when they're in trouble." Michael nodded. "We need to get the proof to the right people. The world must know the truth." Clara's eyes grew serious. "That won't be easy. The secret group is powerful. They control governments, media, and more." Michael looked down at the black drive in his hand. "Then we have to be smarter, faster." Anna asked, "Do you know anyone who can help us get this story out?" Clara thought for a moment. "There is a journalist in London, someone who doesn't fear the truth, but getting there is dangerous." Michael sighed. "We have no choice. We have to try." Clara nodded. "I will help you get fake documents and tickets, but we need to leave soon." Michael looked at Anna and the contact. "Are you ready?" They all knew the journey ahead would be difficult, but they had no other option. Michael felt a spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, with Clara's help, they could fight back. Outside, the city was quiet, but the battle was just beginning. The early morning sun peeked through the dusty windows of the safe house. Michael rubbed his tired eyes and stretched. He could feel the weight of the mission pressing down on him. Every step brought him closer to the truth and closer to danger. Clara was already packing a small bag. "We have to move soon," she said. "The secret group won't stop hunting you." Michael nodded. "What's the plan?" Clara looked serious. "We have fake passports and tickets for a flight to London, but crossing borders won't be easy. They watch everything." Anna checked her phone nervously. We have less than 24 hours before the secret group's agents arrive here. Michael packed his things quickly. We can't waste time. As they left the safe house, Michael felt the cold wind on his face. The streets were quiet, but his mind was full of questions. Who was behind the betrayal? Why was he chosen for this mission? And what was the real plan? They moved through the city carefully, avoiding cameras and checkpoints. Every moment was tense. Every face could be a spy. At the airport, the group stayed close together. Michael's new passport had a different name and face. It felt strange but necessary. The security line was long. Michael's heart pounded as they waited. When it was their turn, the guards checked their passports and asked questions. Michael answered calmly, hiding his fear. They passed through without problems. As the plane took off, Michael looked out the window. The city disappeared beneath the clouds. "We're one step closer," he said softly. Anna smiled. "But the fight is far from over." Michael nodded. He knew they were heading into danger, but he was ready. The world was watching now, and Michael Scofield was ready to face whatever came next. The plane landed softly at London's airport. Michael felt a mix of relief and fear. They had made it out of their last safe place, but now a new challenge awaited them. London was a big city filled with millions of people. Some friends, many enemies. Clara led them through the crowded terminal. "We have to stay careful," she whispered. "The secret group has spies here too." Michael nodded, feeling the cold wind as they stepped outside. The city was alive with noise, cars, and people rushing by. It was easy to disappear in a crowd, but also easy to be watched. Anna checked the map on her phone. The journalist is in East London. She's one of the few people who can help us. Michael hoped this journalist was trustworthy. They had no other choice. The group moved quickly through narrow streets, avoiding busy areas where cameras and guards might be watching. After a long walk, they reached a small office. It was old but tidy, with a sign that read, "Sarah Hayes, Investigative Journalist." Michael took a deep breath and knocked on the door. A woman opened it, sharp eyes and a serious face. "Can I help you?" she asked. Michael stepped forward. "We have proof of a dangerous secret group. They betrayed us and want to start a war." Sarah looked surprised but did not hesitate. "Show me what you have." Michael handed her the black drive. Sarah plugged it into her computer. The screen lit up with files, videos, and documents. Her eyes widened. "This is huge. If this gets out, it will change everything." Michael nodded. "But we need protection. They are hunting us." Sarah smiled slightly. "I know people who can help, but this won't be easy." Michael felt hope for the first time in a long while. They had an ally. Michael, Anna, Sarah, and their contact gathered around the small table in the journalist's office. The black drive lay between them, holding secrets that could shake the world. Sarah played the files on her computer. One by one, videos, emails, and documents appeared on the screen. They showed secret meetings, hidden plans, and powerful men working behind the scenes. "This is the proof we need," Sarah said. "But the secret group is strong. They have friends in high places." Michael rubbed his tired eyes. "Why did they send me to kill the president? What did they hope to gain?" Anna shook her head. "Maybe it wasn't about the president. Maybe the assassination was just a distraction." Sarah nodded. "If they start a war, it will give them power and control." Michael clenched his fists. "We have to stop them." Suddenly, a loud noise came from the hallway. Someone was trying to get in. Sarah quickly closed the files. "They found us." Michael stood up. "Get ready. We have to move fast." Anna grabbed the black drive. "We can't let them take this." The door burst open, and armed men rushed inside. Michael, Anna, Sarah, and the contact ran through the back exit. The cold London night hit them as they disappeared into the dark streets. They ran faster than they had in days, dodging through alleys and jumping fences. Michael's leg hurt badly, but he didn't slow down. "We have to find a safe place," Anna said. Michael nodded. "We can't stop now. The truth must come out." They finally reached an abandoned warehouse. Inside, they caught their breath. Sarah looked at Michael. "This isn't over. They will come for us again." Michael stared at the black drive. "Then we fight. For the truth. For justice." The abandoned warehouse was cold and empty. Michael, Anna, Sarah, and their contact gathered in a corner, trying to catch their breath. Their hearts were still pounding from the escape, but there was no time to rest. "We can't stay here long," Anna said quietly. "They will be looking for us." Sarah pulled out her phone and whispered, "I'm sending the files to trusted contacts, journalists and officials who want the truth." Michael watched the small screen, hoping for a miracle. If the world sees this, maybe the secret group will lose their power. Suddenly, a noise outside made them freeze. Footsteps, fast and loud. "They're coming," Michael said, standing up. Annie grabbed a metal pipe from the ground. "We'll fight if we have to." The door crashed open. Armed men poured into the warehouse. Michael didn't hesitate. He moved quickly, dodging and fighting. Anna swung the pipe with strength and courage. Sarah and the contact stayed close, helping when they could. The fight was fierce, but Michael's mind stayed sharp. He knew this was about more than survival. It was about justice. After a tense struggle, the men retreated. Michael looked at his friends, breathing hard but alive. "We held them off," Anna said. "But this is just the beginning." Sarah smiled. "The files are spreading online. People are starting to see the truth." Michael felt hope growing inside him. "We have made a difference," he said. "Now we keep fighting for those who cannot." Outside, the city lights flickered. The secret group's power was weakening. But Michael knew the battle was far from over. Michael and his team left the warehouse, careful and quiet. The streets of London were dark, but Michael knew danger was everywhere. The secret group was powerful, and they had spies in many places. "We need a new safe house," Michael said. "One where no one can find us," Anna nodded. "Clara knows a place. We can trust her." As they walked, Michael thought about how many enemies they had. Friends could be enemies too. The secret group was clever and patient. Suddenly, Michael stopped. He felt a sharp pain in his leg. Someone had shot him. He looked down and saw blood. He had been betrayed. Anna and Sarah helped Michael sit down. "Who could do this?" Anna asked. Michael shook his head. "I don't know, but we must keep moving." Clara appeared from the shadows. "I heard everything. You're lucky I'm here." She pulled out a small first aid kit and began to clean the wound. Michael winced, but stayed strong. "We can't trust anyone." Anna looked worried. "We need to find out who betrayed us before it's too late." Michael nodded. "The enemy is closer than we think." Despite the pain, Michael stood up. "We finish this. No matter what." Clara gave a small smile. "I'll help." But time was running out. Michael knew the truth was getting closer, but so was the danger. The hunt was not over. Michael's leg burned with pain, but he refused to show weakness. The wound was deep, but his mind was sharper than ever. Betrayal had come from inside their group. Someone close had turned against them. They moved carefully through the dark streets of London, each step heavier than the last. The secret group's hunters were closing in faster than ever. Every shadow seemed to hide danger. Anna whispered, "We need a plan. If they catch us now, it's all over." Michael nodded. "There's one place left. A hidden safe house outside the city. If we can reach it, we'll have time to think." Clara led the way. glancing nervously over her shoulder. The city felt cold and cruel tonight. Suddenly, a car blocked their path. Lights flashed. Guns appeared. Michael froze. The trap was real. "Get down," Anna shouted. Bullets flew through the air. Michael dove behind a parked van, his heart pounding. His legs screamed in pain, but he pushed himself up. From the shadows, a figure stepped forward, someone Michael recognized. "Why?" Michael gasped. "Why did you betray us?" The figure smiled coldly. "You were a pawn, Michael. This was never about justice. It's about power." Michael's mind raced. The mission, the chase, the lies, all part of a bigger game. Anna fired back, covering Michael as he struggled to stand. But the truth was clear. The enemy was closer than he ever imagined, and the final battle was just beginning.
Subscribe for more content.